Okay, so now you wanna make love to me. Girl, if you don't get the fuck from me, I know you thought we had something special, but you don't mean nothing to me. Girl, I'm sorry you not the one for me.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Basics Charm back here in another video, and today is going to be a different type of video. Now, I'm really into tech and like building PCs and stuff like that, and like learning products and getting new products and literally just making your setup the best that you can make it. Now, I have previously built my own PC, and it is very decent. So I'm going to take you guys through some of the parts and additional things that you guys could add to this setup to make it even better. So, getting right into our CPU, we have got the Intel 3.7 gigahertz Core i3-6100. Now this is I get it, this is a dual core processor, but because it has hyper-threading, in most games that require quad cores, it will count as quad core, so it's a dual core, hyper-threaded quad core. This is all around great because, one, it's going to be considered almost entry level for gaming, and this is the one that I currently use now, which is absolutely great. So, and it's working like a beauty with everything that I've used. Now, moving on to our motherboard, we are using the MSI Gaming Intel Skylake H170 LGA 1151 DDR4 ATX motherboard. And this one is really great because it supports 6th gen processors. And it's really good because, well, it's really good because it supports 6th gen processors, but it also supports DDR4 memory. I believe the only memory that you can stick in this is DDR4, so that's why our RAM in this build is going to be only DDR4. Which this is all around great. You get a program that allows you to check your fan temperature, your GPU temperature, CPU temperature, and literally your power usage and literally everything. It allows you to do slight overclocking in the program as well, and that all around is great. Now, moving into our hard drive, we're going to use the Western Digital Blue 1 terabyte hard drive. Now, this is really good because, especially because I use it, I have seen no problems with it. Now, something that would be better is to buy this terabyte hard drive, and then if you feel like it and you wouldn't mind pushing in the extra $40 to $50, buying an SSD to go on with this, like putting your primary applications and your games and possibly even your operating system, everything all around will run insanely better, and it just will help your setup overall a whole lot better. Now, moving into our power supply, we do have the EVGA 600 watt bronze power supply. Now, this is really nice because all of the cording, some of the power supplies don't come contained, like the wires, but what's nice is this basically gives you more room because it's definitely enough to supply all of your parts in this PC, but it gives you basically cable management where everything is entitled in a metal mesh, which is really nice because you don't have to have millions of wires stuck around, and you don't have to buy extra Velcro strips or zip ties. Now, moving into our GPU, the last thing that we need to finish the PC itself, and not last thing, we need our graphics card. So I went ahead and went with the Zotac GeForce GTX 1050 Ti Overclocked Edition. This is 4GB of GDDR5 VRAM. It's really nice, obviously, because it's newer. It is a PCIe slot, which comes in because our MSI board has PCIe slots. Now, it's really good because this is actually the one that I've used, and for entry-level gaming, it's great. Like, I honestly have loved it to pieces. It's really nice. Now the base clock is 1392 megahertz, and the boost clock is a 1502 megahertz. Now it's really nice because what's good is some people who start out, some people like want to do YouTube channel or start up a YouTube channel, and what's nice is anything that is made by NVIDIA, GeForce, GTX, whatever. You can get the Shadowplay software, which literally is just, you get no frame drop while recording, and that just makes YouTube videos and literally everything 100 times better. Because if I would have put an AMD GPU in here, it would have not been very good. One, because they are a little bit more expensive, and two, you won't get the software that records straight from the graphics card. Now, moving on to our last piece in this build, we're going to go with the Corsair Vengeance 8GB 288-pin DDR4 RAM. Now, this is one single stick of RAM, which is 8GB. Now, they're really nice because they are very sleek, they're just sleek, they're nice, they fit in perfectly with our motherboard, and there's really no problems getting anything in. And really, that's it for the parts. Now, to move on to our case, to fit all of our stuff in this, all of our parts and graphics card and all that, we are using the DIY PC G3R BlackHue ATX mid-tower gaming case. It comes pre-installed with 3 red LED fans. Now there's two internal intake fans and one outtake fan. Now this is really good, especially since my case has one outtake, one intake. It's gonna get more flow into your PC, which is great for any PC, because cooling down your PC is probably one of the best things that you need, because you are trying to keep it as cool as possible, no overheating, no parts dying. And it does, as you can see, have a full window, which is really nice. It's a full window. But what's also good is, in the future, these stock fans are actually really good. So in the future, you can upgrade to better fans, and especially with our CPU, the stock CPU cooler is really nice, but upgrading to a better one would probably be a good idea, because if any of you want to have a slight overclock to the CPU, or even put it up to 4.0 gigahertz, cooling is definitely going to be needed. So other than that, that is going to cost us around $589, basically a $600 build, which is actually pretty great. Now, I will give you the benchmark score, because I benchmarked them. Now this is what our Firestrike score was, is 6,277. That's alright, but it's definitely better than a gaming laptop in 2013, almost 2 times better, but we're like 3,000 score under like HTC Vive and Oculus Rift for the minimum specs, which is pretty good. It's pretty nice. Now, definitely my recommendation was, since we have 8GB of RAM and a dual core processor, but it hyper-threads to 4 cores, I would recommend upgrading to an i5 or an i7, especially if you want video editing. I would go with the i7, and definitely upgrading to about 16 gigs of RAM will help your system a lot. And then, other than that, the PC itself is just amazing. So, again, the price for everything is $589, but I went ahead and added some of the peripherals to this. I didn't add an OS because you can go to the download Windows 10 and download the tool which you can format onto a hard drive to get 30 days free of Windows 10, and then you can go on to something like Kangwin or some other website that will give you cheap Windows 10 keys, and buy one of those for $20 to $30, literally just giving you Windows 10. It's very cheap, especially since Windows 10 can cost you around $100 just for the OS itself. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the prices and show you some of the peripherals that I've picked for this build. Now, starting off with our monitor, we have a 23-inch AOC monitor, 1080p widescreen. It is an IPS LCD display. Now, this thing is majorly slim. Like, there is no doubt about this thing being slim. Like, it is so great. It's slim, it looks nice. It's really great. It does not have an HDMI port, so if you wanted to go ahead and look and try and find yourself a better one, the one I have is the AOC E276VWM6. That one does have VGA, DVI, and HDMI, which is really great. But other than that, if you don't mind using DVI or VGA, then you'll be definitely fine. Now, for our mouse and keyboard, I went for the Devastator 2 gaming keyboard and mouse bundle. Now, I went for the red version because all throughout this build, our theme has been red, so I went with the red case, the red RAM. So now the mouse and keyboard. Now, this is a mechanical switches, feels like a mechanical switch. The mouse is actually great. It has, I think it's 5 programmable buttons. The mouse just looks overall great. And the keyboard itself actually looks pretty decent. It does have backlighting, but whichever one you choose defers a different price. Like this one, which is the RGB one, will go up to $59. But I just stuck with the red LED to keep it as cheap as possible. But for our headset, any person who is working towards a YouTube channel and hasn't really decided to upgrade to a Blue Yeti or a Blue Snowball, I went with the Logitech G230 high performance gaming headset with a boom mic. It is really nice because it plugs in. It's plug and play, really. You just literally have to plug it into your PC and you're good to go. Now this is running at around $34, originally $60, so you have yourself a good price. The overall mic quality is pretty great. Although I don't have one of these, I have heard people use them in videos, and they just are absolutely amazing for all of that. Other than that, putting in our build at a total of $757, including peripherals, but I'm only going to title this video a $600 build, because really all you guys came to look at is the PC itself. So other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you would like to see more tech videos like this, let me know in the comments. I actually enjoyed building this for you guys. It was pretty fun to find all these parts and get them to work together, and like it was really fun finding all the same coordinated, all the same sockets. And other than that, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like and comment, and if you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I don't need you missing another one of my videos again. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.